Slipping through the misty redwood canopies, there's a sneaky, slimy stuntman of the forest heights. The wandering salamander doesn't just crawl, it glides, grips, and gallivants with a secret weapon that's bloody brilliant. This arboreal amphibian is a tiny trapeze artist, tiptoeing through the treetops, all while wielding a peculiar power in its petite paws. But sometimes it pays to be a master of the canopy like the wandering salamander here in Life, Death, and Taxonomy.
Welcome back to Life, Death, and Taxonomy. It's your 30 minutes of interesting animal information. I'm Joe.
And I'm Carlos.
Thank you to Cassie for the creation of our theme song. To hear more of Cassie's music, please search Cassie Michelle on YouTube or Spotify.
And thank you to Johanna for the creation of this week's artwork. To check that out, you can visit us at our home on the web at ldtaxonomy.com. And a very special thank you to our patrons. Thank you so much for your support. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks for helping us keep the lights on. If you'd like to donate, just visit patreon.com/ldtaxonomy or click donate on our website.
And today we're talking about a thing that has a surprisingly strong grip, considering how wet he is.
This is a wet guy.
He's a wet guy.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
I saw this article in my feed because I get I've liked I've read a lot of animal stuff, so like Google will send me interesting animal stuff, which is good. It's good for this podcast. But then as soon as I read it, I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna like this. So let's let's get through it. This is gonna be rough.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the wandering salamander. A man without a country. A wet man.
A wet man.
A salamander is a man without a country. Should he be in the water? Should he be on land? Either way, he's wet.
Are all amphibians men without countries?
He's dead. Yeah, yeah.
Rebels without causes.
They're the guy from the terminal.
I've not seen that.
It's pretty good. Do you want to know what science calls it?
Nope. I want to talk about some nicknames. It's also known as the clouded salamander, the tree salamander, but we're going to call it here the digit drifter and the Wallman brothers.
I like that one.
Because he was born a Ramblin man, trying to make a living and doing the best he can.
Yeah, good. You were just saying you were having a creative speed bumps with the names. That's a pretty good one.
As I was telling you that, I was like putting Allman Brothers and this salamander together like puzzle pieces. And it worked.
Well, is it Wallman because you could find him on a wall?
Yeah, because he cleans the walls.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
It is perfect. He's a Wallman. He's a wet Wallman without a country.
That's true. Wet Wallman sounds like a terrible brand of almond cereal.
You want to try some wet Wallman almonds?
Or Wallman's actually sounds like a grocery store in a state you've never been to.
Yeah, like a Wegmans and a Walmart put together.
Yeah.
It's a Wallman.
All right.
It's the giant eagle and the food lion and the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah. Do you want to know what science calls it now then?
I do.
What's in the kingdom you know, love, and are in the kingdom Animalia? The phylum is Chordata. The class is Amphibia, like a frog or a salamander. The order is Urodela. Urodela? Oof. The type species for Urodela is a goofy guy. It is a spotted salamander, a big, doofy-looking face.
Oh, yeah.
Keep that in the back burner.
That's an electric ground Pokemon if I've ever seen one.
It's in the family Plethodontidae, the subfamily Plethodontidae, and the genus is Aeneades. 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 I like it's a Greek god, Aeneades. And the species is vagrans. Aeneades vagrans.
Yeah.
So I wonder what that means.
We're gonna find out. Although I didn't even look to see if there was a collective noun for salamanders, because we don't really do we've done I think this is our second salamander.
There's gotta be a collective noun for salamanders.
We did the Chinese hellbender or whatever that was, the one that's 8 feet long. But anyway, we're gonna do the nitty gritty nomenclature, because that's what
I would call it a slime of salamanders.
A slime. Oh, let's see what it is. We have to see what it is.
Well, you might want to keep it just in case we do. If we do the spotted doofus over here, you might want to keep it.
Doofus spectaclus. Oh wow, there are some good ones. I should have gone with this. We will save it for the spotted doofus.
All right, good.
This is the part of the show where I ask you Joe a question, and that is, what is the English translation for the binomial nomenclature, which in this case is Aeneades vagrans. All right. Does that mean A, formless wanderer, B, roaming ridge, C, wandering shield, or D, worthless roamer?
Oh, I guess worthless. No. I refuse to believe this slimy guy is worthless. What's the second one? That was ringing true to me.
Roaming ridge?
No, I thought that was the third one.
No, it's formless wanderer, roaming ridge, wandering shield, and worthless roamer.
Formless wanderer.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct.
2 in a row.
That is 2 in a row. Formless wanderer. What I initially was trying to do was trying to mix Mumford & Sons with the salamander, because they have the Hopeless Wanderer song. But I couldn't make it happen, so we went with the Almond. Because they do hold fast to the wall. Because they're a formless wanderer.
Fost. Where did you grow up? In California or London? Both.
Holy Foss, bruh. Man, that brings me back to 2011. Back when Little Lion Man was on the radio.
Yeah, and you could hear the version without the swear words.
Yes. Why did you pick the one that has the swear words in the chorus to be the radio song? They did come out with other better songs. Go with that. Anyway, good job. Formless
where they
Wanderer.
abuse their acoustics. Yeah. You want to know what it looks like?
I do. Is it really formless? Hovering over the face of the waters?
No, it has a form. It looks like a salamander. Form of a salamander. It has a slender body with a long tail, short limbs, and distinctive square-shaped toes. Its coloration varies, but it's typically brown, dark brown, gray, or black with a mottled spectacled pattern, often with lighter flecks or a bronze sheen, providing camouflage against tree bark or forest litter. Yeah, I'm seeing... I guess that could be light brown. I interpreted it as like orange speckles.
Yeah,
I guess it could be a
light
light brown.
I'm definitely detecting
yellow.
a sheen. A Martin or maybe even a Charlie.
Oh, I hope it's a Charlie. Actually, I hope it's a Martin.
Yeah, I hope it's a Martin.
So I'm gonna leave it at that. A lot of there's some more. I'll leave the toe situation for later.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to talk about their size. Welcome to the Love Measure Up segment, the official listeners part of the show, the part of the show that's introduced by you, the listener, when you send in an audio of yourself singing, or making that chirping sound that geckos do into ldtaxonomy@gmail.com. We don't have any Measure Up intro this week, but that means we get to hear from an animal. And Carlos is forced by law to guess what it is.
It's
Actually,
in my
not.
contract. It's the measure up clause.
I gotta cue these up faster. But
I do know of one pretty famous pop culture gecko, so.
Okay, without further ado, the listener's favorite part of the show. Do you know what those squeakings are?
Is it a gecko?
Yes.
I don't. Why am I keep saying gecko? This is a salamander. It's not a gecko.
It is a salamander. Although I wouldn't have known by looking at it that it was a salamander.
Is it a specific? So am I supposed to know like?
Yeah, it's a specific salamander. What were you gonna say? What's the one that you were saying?
I was thinking. I don't know why I started thinking of geckos. It's a different animal. I was thinking of the Geico gecko.
Oh, yeah.
But no, so I don't know of a very well-known salamander.
This might be a movie you've been seeing recently.
Might be a movie that I've been seeing recently. Is it the thing? Is it the fire spirit from Frozen 2?
Yes, that's correct. It is a salamander.
There's my. That was the best hint you could have given me.
Yeah.
Because I've only been seeing 3 movies recently, over and over and over again. Frozen 2.
Bruni.
Is that his name? Frozen
Bruni.
2, Moana 2, and Toy Story 2. We're on the 2s.
Why don't you watch I didn't even know there was a Moana 2.
There was. They were going to make a show, and then they decided, a Disney Plus show, they decided not to do it, and then they turned it into a movie, and it's obvious that it was supposed to be a show. Of them, of course, Toy Story 2 is the best of them.
Even though Toy Story 2 was okay.
It's pretty good. It was okay by 2010. It is now very good.
That's a Dimitri Martin joke.
Yeah.
That you never see like bathroom graffiti that doesn't take a strong extreme opinion.
Yeah.
You never see Toy Story 2 is okay. Let's talk about the length of the wandering salamander. They're 100 millimeters or 3.94 inches. How many of those go into these things? Which is correct? A, 4 go into the length of a Haida totem pole carving. B, 2.5 Douglas fir cones go into the length of the wandering salamander. Or C, 1.5 wandering salamanders go into the length of a banana slug.
Slug. Final answer.
The correct answer is 1.5 going to a banana slug.
Yes. Again, I am eager for fall, and whenever fall rolls around, we watch Coraline, and Coraline has a whole scene where they're hunting for banana slugs.
Coraline is terrible.
That's why I picked it. As a human, sure.
No, as a movie.
As a movie, I think it's pretty good.
It's gross.
It is gross. It's weird. It's got all that weird Leica films stop motion stuff. I love it.
You've got to watch Over the Garden Wall. That's our autumn thing.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to do that. There are so many Halloween movies to watch that we never get through them because we don't watch movies. So it's like, okay, it's now Halloween time. Let's get started on the movies. And they're all like innocuous. It's all Monster House and Beetlejuice and Box Trolls and stuff like that. But we never get through even half of them by the time
Beetlejuice is gross too.
Yeah, that one's weird too. It's not like paranormal horror, and it's not slasher horror. It's just like, look at this weird stuff. look at Kevin McAllister's mom get possessed to dance the Banana Boat song.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Banana Boat? Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen that movie once and I didn't like it, so. But I saw it as an adult. Let's talk about their weight. They're 10 grams. By estimation. I didn't find its real weight, but I estimate it to be 10 grams using ChatGPT to help. How many of these things go into these things? A, is it 40 wandering salamanders go into the weight of a Linget coppertina? Or B, 30 huckleberries go into the weight of a wandering salamander? Or C, 10 wandering salamanders go into the weight of a Salish woven cedar basket?
Huckleberries, final answer, because I'll be your huckleberry.
Oh. Well, the correct answer is 10 wandering salamanders go into the weight of a Salish woven cedar basket. A traditional craft from Vancouver Island. But that's all I got for that. Do you want to hear any fast facts before we get into the major fact?
I sure do.
Well, it is a native to Northern California, but it was introduced to Vancouver Island, British Columbia, possibly by human activity, and has since established populations in Canada, in the Canadian redwood habitats, which is why I said all that Canadian and Vancouver stuff. You would not. This happens quite a lot, actually. Salamanders like places that are colder, and you wouldn't think about, if you're a wet, cold-blooded creature, you think you want to keep it warm, but no.
Yeah, but aren't like great white sharks also wet, cold-blooded creatures?
That's true. Most fish are. Although don't some sharks have weird like pseudo-endothermic situations going on?
We have talked about that with the thresher shark.
Yeah. Not most, but some. They like to live in the canopies, which is maybe why you think of this thing as a gecko. But it's one of the few salamanders worldwide that lives year-round in trees, particularly in old-growth redwood forests. Man, you would not look up in a Canadian redwood and think there's a wet lizard up there.
If you open your mouth, a wet lizard's gonna fall into it.
Yeah, it can
From
be
the
found
hinterlands.
Yeah, it can be found up to 88 meters or 289 feet high in redwood trees, residing in fern mats and decaying wood cavities. A rare niche for a temperate zone amphibian. Imagine that. You live in like the redwoods of California and you're like, hey, this place in Vancouver Island, which is very cold, is great. It's I'm not going to talk about the climbing. They have no lungs. It's a lungless salamander, which is the Plethodontidae. All of those are lungless salamanders. It breathes entirely through its skin and mouth lining. I breathe through my mouth entirely, with sometimes my nose. In fact, most of the time both.
Instrumental to the process.
Mouth lining. Requiring moist environments like fern mats in the redwood canopies, which can hold water like a sponge. to prevent desiccation. So it lives in a sponge. All right. That makes sense. That's why it likes to be in a tree.
That's what keeps it wet.
Yeah.
That's what keeps him.
Keep it wet, brother.
That's what keeps him a wet wallman without a country.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have a country. It's between America and Canada.
It's an expat.
Yeah. Females lay small.
It's a conscientious objector.
Yeah. Will not go to war. It's not. You're not going to send this guy to war. And if you do, he's too wet. Hacksaw Ridge.
he's too wet to go to war.
Females lay small clutches of 6 to 12 eggs in the canopies, in their microhabitats, and guard them for over 3 months until they hatch into miniature adults. They skip the aquatic larval stage typical of many amphibians. It's breaking all the rules for an amphibian.
Should it get its amphibian card revoked? I don't know what kind of governing body, judicial body we need to refer this to.
There's a lot of cool facts about this guy. It lives on land exclusively. No tadpole stage. No lungs. No problem.
No lungs, no problem. That's the T-shirt it's constantly wearing. Yeah. Mo lungs, mo problems.
I probably wouldn't want to wear a T-shirt. It's probably like wearing a mask. It restricts your breathing.
That's true.
The studies estimate up to 29 individuals live in a tree, particularly in large redwoods, with salamanders showing strong sight fidelity, rarely moving far off, unless they move to Canada. One recorded individual moved only 7 meters vertically within a tree over time. They like to stick. They're like a person that sticks to their hometown.
Their hometown heroes.
Kant. I think there's a famous philosopher. Was it Kant?
Immanuel Kant?
Or Descartes that like lived in his hometown forever?
Oh, I don't know. Was it one of the Greek ones, like Dysosthenes?
Oh, that's true. The Greek one's probably stuck around.
Or the one that like lived in a barrel for his whole life or something like that. Those silly Greeks.
I think Greeks. Back then, what would be called today a homeless person with mental health issues
was a philosopher. Time.
Yeah, in Diogenes times.
People just listened to them back then.
What if we stopped and listened and it was just incredible philosophy?
We need a Pliny the Elder, but for the modern philosophers.
Yeah. It's arboreal lifestyle is unique, and unique morphology have made it a subject of studies of vertebrate and adaptations to extreme habitats. I'll leave it at that. What's cool about it besides those cool things? Besides the fact that it's wet.
It can also glide. This is not the major fact, but it is a gliding wet wallman.
So if it decides to leave, it can get there quick.
They can jump and control the pitch, roll, and yaw. You can't get anywhere without a good yaw when you're skydiving. And they can move their tail and stuff to control where their descent. Kind of like they just kind of spread out and do the skydiving posture. So when you live up in the tree and you're this wet, you're probably going to slip off. So you need to be able to skydive a little bit. Anywho, the thing that got my attention for this salamander has to do with my favorite subject of all time, blood. So I actually couldn't type this. I was like, I was chicken pecking. My fingers did not want to put pressure down. And even just thinking about it. Ugh. So I told GPT I like put the information into that, and it's like, please just put this into some bullet points for me. So here they go.
What is this called? What is it called when you heptophobia or whatever? Herpetology.
What? Herpetology is the study of reptiles, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What is the fear of blood?
I don't know. There's hemophilia, where you love having
hemophobia. That's what it is. Hemophobia sounds like blood doesn't stick to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of, or you
moisture wicking,
or you are. I can't even think straight. Let's just talk about it and get this over with. This is just like that episode, the horny toad lizard that shoots blood out of its eyes. Like, why am I always the one stuck with this? Okay. Wandering salamanders, they have these square...
You could, whenever you come across these, you could just tell me to do
hand it to you. It's like, hey, can you do this one? Maybe people find it interesting to watch me suffer. Who knows? Maybe someone will email. So wandering... Also, it's waking me up, you know. Wandering salamanders have square-shaped toe tips with large blood sinuses that allows them to rapidly fill or drain blood to adjust grip. Blood surges into the toe tips before a step, inflating them slightly to reduce surface contact, making it easier to detach from the tree bark. When landing, blood drains from the toes, increasing surface contact for stronger grip on rough surfaces like redwood bark. This hydraulic-like mechanism acts like a biological clutch, like in a manual transmission car. So it optimizes attachment and detachment during climbing and gliding. The blood-filled sinuses may also act as shock absorbers, cushioning landings after jumps high in the canopy. So again, they do that gliding, and they can land on this. The ability to control this blood flow asymmetrically in each individual toe allows for precise adjustments for irregular surfaces. So it's not just pump it all into the toes and then pump it all out. It's not doing it consciously, most likely. Who knows what's conscious in a salamander's brain? Definitely not the doofus, the doofy one that we saw earlier. But its body naturally adjusts the amount needed to get the most amount of surface to toe contact, depending on the topography of what they're standing on. This adaptation allows them to navigate complex, slippery redwood canopies, especially when you're as wet as this guy is. And unlike other arboreal salamanders, they do not rely on mucus secretion to stick to things. So this blood-powered grip is their primary tool for not falling off of, like, 300-foot tall redwoods. They were filming for researchers were filming for a documentary when they actually noticed this. So this was actually recently discovered, and has inspired some robotic appendage designs to enhance grip technology. All right.
Did you have fun?
Not a little bit.
A lot of it.
Nope, just not a little bit. Yeah, it is very cool. It's very interesting. It's kind of it's both like shock absorber, hydraulic system, but then also like a maximize surface contact thing that is individual for each toe. Reminds me of how spiders move around, where they pump fluids into their legs to like extend them and then retract the fluid to retract the leg, and that's how they walk. For some reason, that doesn't bother me when it's a spider, because it's not. I mean, it is their blood, but it's not like really, because like they're spiders. But this, man, I meant to name this one, but I never ended up doing it because I was done thinking about it earlier today. Ramblin, man. We'll stick with that.
Blood Oath. Hey, why is it called Wanderer? They don't go anywhere. Is it because it wandered to Canada?
Maybe it's because it's way up high in a tree. Why is it formless?
I don't know.
It's
formless Eidolon?
It has such a form. It has such a salamander form.
An incredible form.
10 out of 10 at the Olympics. Great form. Bad it could have bad form if it's got James Hook from Hook. Anyway.
Okay.
As I regain clarity of thought, let's send this one off. That was the Wandering Salamander. For you out there in Podcastia, glide around. Remember that not all who wander are lost. And fill your hands with blood so that you can stick to walls like the Wandering Salamander here in life, death, and taxonomy.
Hey Taxonomy Titans, I just want to remind you that we have a Patreon that you can find by going to ldtaxonomy.com/donate. All of our episodes are uploaded there. Sign up for free to engage with us, leave episode suggestions, or chat with other animal enthusiasts. If you find it in your heart to donate, it will help us cover some costs and continue to make the show. Plus, we'll thank you every week. Most importantly, thank you all for listening.
Life, Death, and Taxonomy is my favorite in the world podcast.
They climb
David couldn't build the temple because his hands had so much blood on them.
That's true. He kept sticking to the bricks.